So what we're going to be doing is just modifying this a little bit. If we go into form view, our numbers are not lining up, and total labor and total work orders should display, with the $sign and 2 decimals. You'll notice there's a little gap here, and we don't have that for rate or hours. So there's a couple little adjustments we need to make. First, we're going to select our 2 calculated fields. And if your property sheet is not open, you can click on it, or you can right-click and choose Properties. But what you need to do is go into Format and select Currency. Now, if we take a look, we still have it left aligned, and it should be right aligned. Let's go back over to Design View. And I'm just going to select all of these. You can do hours. And we're going to have it so that they all right align. So let's go to Format and Align Right. Now, let's save, go into Design, and take a look. So we have a little gap on the edge for total labor, work order, and parts, but we do not have that gap for rate and hours. So basically what we're going to do is create the gap by adding a little right margin to hours and rate. And I believe in the book, they only have you do it to hours, but you need to do it to rate as well. Let's go over to Design View, and we will choose rate and hours. And then in the format part of the property sheet, you'll see where it says right margin. Right now it's 0, and they want us to key in 0.07. And then let's go ahead and take a look. And that did put the little gap there, so all of our numeric fields now line up. And the only other little adjustment we need to make is actually to the size of our form header. Now I'm going to click where the title is. And they would like this to be about at the 4 mark. So I'm going to actually have to move my little line up. I can select it. I'm going to use my arrow keys to kind of scoot that up. And then for my title box, I can make it a little under 1/2 inch. And the reason we're scooting up the line and making our title box a little less than 1/2 inch is because we're going to resize the form header so that it is 1/2 inch. So once we've got these sized, we can then resize that form header. And we are shooting for about 1/2 inch. And you'll notice if you're resizing, you obviously cannot resize something so that your controls don't display. And that is why we resize the controls first and then resize the size of the section. And at this point, we are pretty well done. They want us to adjust the margins. So I'm going to save and go ahead and look at form view. And they would like margin set to 1/2 inch. Now we're not actually going to print this. We'll go to File and Print, Print Preview. And we'll click on Margins. For the left and the right, they want 1/2 inch, so I'm going to have to go into Custom. Hopefully. Come on. I'll go into page setup instead. For some reason, my custom box wasn't displaying. So anyway, for my left and my right, they want 0.5. So however you can get to the margin settings, you are going to want to adjust the left and the right to 0.5, and then you can save your changes And at this point, we are done with our form. You do not need to worry about printing out a single record.